earlier today. I'll just share something here. Feels like it wants to be said. I felt wave after wave of frustration and anger flowing through my body. And usually with those type of sensations, I would really distract, or I would try to create a situation in which I didn't have to feel them anymore. But today I let myself be with them. And I noticed every wave that would come up and move through as I was with it, and I didn't leave it in any way. I just noticed like I felt a bit more complete within myself, a bit more connected to who I really am. Yeah, Happy New Year's to you too, Eric. It's lovely to have you here. Thanks for buying the ebook too. And you too, Justina, if you're still here. Did it download okay for you guys? Because I've had, unfortunately, a few people tell me it's having issues downloading, so that's always a bummer. But it's really beautiful to notice the sensations that we usually try to avoid feeling, and just kind of label them like, oh, what is this feeling that I never seem to have the space to feel? And for me, that's anger and frustration and irritation. And then I wonder why I feel disconnected from my power a lot. It's very simple. It's because I'm just, I avoid my own anger, and our anger is our power. Okay, thanks for that information, Eric. That I think I'll try to start making my ebooks as a PDF instead of a PNG. I know we're going from spiritual anger talk to ebook technicalities, but I really appreciate that because I'm writing another ebook right now, and I want to make sure it's really downloadable for everyone, and that people don't have to email me and be like, "What's going on here? How do I read this book?" It was kind of a test run. It was the first. I really just made that ebook because the universe told me to many times, over and over again. Like, put your kundalini awakening story into a book, please. But I also wanted just to learn how to make an ebook. I didn't know how to do that. So I appreciate the feedback, and it's just like a learning process. But for the next one, I really want it to be a lot smoother. Yeah, it feels good to be talking again. So glad to hear that it's healing for you. You're so welcome. Yeah, it's been nice just to steadily be showing up at the same time every day. Okay, thanks for that information, Eric. I'll try to do that actually for this one too. But yeah, it's been nice showing up every day, and I hadn't felt called to speak in the last few days. I just was like, all right, just listening to the presence, and it was just like silence. But today I felt like in my gut, and like right through here, my central channel was like, words, express what you were feeling earlier and how it moved through. So yeah, it's always nice to communicate when the divine asks me to. Yeah, these spaces that I've been opening up have been really special. I've really felt your guys' presence, even though we haven't really been, hasn't been a lot of words or talking. I felt a lot of light and a lot of healing and a lot of grace. And I can feel right before I open up the space, I can feel a lot of this light come in, like for the container. It's like not even for me, it's just like for the container. And so, yeah, I like the grace. I like the new thing of scheduling them because it kind of like builds up this anticipation in my own body too. I'm like, all right, at 2:00. It's that special time. Yeah, it's like a really time for rejuvenation, I feel like. lovely to have 7 of y'all here. It's always enjoyable. Yeah. Where are you from? I'm gonna say your name wrong. Namo? I'm always curious where you guys are from. It's cool to be able to connect like this all over the world. I mean, I know where some of y'all are from that I talk to more often. Oh, this is cool, scrolling through the chat here. Oh, Joy. Oregon. Oh, what part of Oregon? I was in, it's kind of all over Oregon there for a while. Ashland and Elkton. Yeah, Mount Hood is beautiful. Driven through there quite a few times on the way back to and back from Portland. Such a vulnerable space. A vulnerable feeling to be seen like this. Yeah, the mountain to ocean journey, beautiful. My human sometimes will scream, okay, or be telling me over and over again, okay, it's good, time to be done. That's what my human will be saying, but then I'll just like listen to the presence, and the presence is like, just keep it open a little while longer. Yeah. It's like the ego will be like, uh-oh, you're not speaking. Whoever's watching isn't going to be entertained. Oh no. But it's like we're all here for, presence, for grace, myself included. The words and all of that are secondary. Yeah, right there with you. Feel a lot of healing happening in like the third eye, behind my eyes. It's where the nervous system can get really tense, like hypervigilance. I feel like the hypervigilant one within me just like melting and relaxing. like just allowing yourself to feel like where you have tension. Just like letting the light dissolve that tension. That'll help your energy flow a lot more fluidly. Oh, thanks for the email, Eric. I just saw it pop up on my screen if you're still here. We are creating a very powerfully healing field together. It's like we're all here for each other and for ourselves. For the divine. Do you guys have any final comments before I... Feeling like it's getting close to the end here. There's this part of me that's like terrified a little bit of like, but there's this other part that just loves this so much. It's like the heart just loves this, like sharing this space, being able to open this space for everyone. But it also like triggers the insecure one, right? And just kind of like watching his thoughts, the insecure thoughts and unworthiness and stuff. That is amazing, Eric. I'm so happy that your cold is improving. Yay for that. Yeah, of course. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it is like a very soothing grace that I feel flowing through today. It's like my teacher, Craig Holiday, always says, like, he's always including himself in his humanity when he sits down to teach or lead a meditation. And it's the same for me. It's like just feeling that soothing grace coming through. It's like my humanity's included. I get it, infinite abundance man. I get it. Just keep walking forward in the truth. And you may have negative something in the bank, but you'll feel like the richest man on earth. Your bank account will have little to do with whether you consider yourself poor or rich. And if you just keep choosing the truth, your power will grow, your field will fortify, and your path may not get any easier. It may still be really challenging, but you'll have this divine strength within you, which you already have. And that's why the kundalini is doing everything it's doing to you, because it's trying to help you connect to this divine strength that's within you. And if your path was any easier and there wasn't so much change, then you wouldn't be forced to connect to this divine strength. It's like she's given you no other option. You have to find it. You have to keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper within yourself. You have to learn over and over again the solution to everything isn't out here. It's not in a person. It's not in this amount of money. It's not in this thing or that thing. It's all within you. Yeah, it takes us to our breaking point and then some. I get it. Kundalini bank account rising. That's a good name for an ebook. Kundalini ebook. Yeah. Yeah, it's like we only think we want things outside of us until we connect to our power, to our own heart. And we realize that's what we actually wanted all along. And it's like the kundalini is going to stop at nothing to get us all to connect to our power, our sovereignty, to connect to the goodness in our heart. So she's just given us whatever we need so that we can be free. And that's how New Earth is created. It's a bunch of us becoming empowered and free to live the truth. Because that's the only thing that will satisfy. There's going to be suffering in either direction. There's suffering whether you walk the truth or whether you create this reality, whether you're just chasing pleasures and creating a reality just perfect so you don't have to feel anything you don't want to feel. It's like when you're walking the truth, yeah, it's hard and there's suffering. But there's like these heavenly energies that are with you, that are guiding you. There's these synchronicities. There's the light. There's this knowing that you're on the right path. There's this inner respect that starts to build. There's this feeling of energetic integrity, which is the best drug on earth. So yeah, your life will be hard. You might have to suffer to live the truth, but you'll be resourced with light. Yeah, exactly. So keep walking the path you're walking. That's God winking at you. That's God telling you, keep walking forward. You're doing so good. You know? But the suffering of trying to chase pleasure and create a comfortable life that's just so comfortable and secure, we don't have to feel what we don't want to feel, that's a true hell realm. That's also suffering. But it's a meaninglessness there. There's an emptiness. There's a disconnection from all that you are when you're walking that path. That's the egoic path. It's natural for the ego to want to walk that path. But we're all something greater than our egos, and that's what we're learning. And we want to have compassion for the ego. We want to literally love it to death. We want to take great care of it. We want to soothe it. But ultimately, we don't want to give it the steering wheel, right? Because it's always just going to steer us right towards pleasure and away from pain. But that actually creates more pain in the long run. So sometimes the truth asks us to walk right into pain, right into what we're most afraid of. But there's a grace in it. There's a peace of mind in it. There's an excitement in it, because oftentimes where we're being asked to walk into the unknown, it can literally scare us to death, but oh, well, you're not a failure. The universe is just trying to help you. It's like, that's not it for you, not that job right now. And you're probably doing a wonderful job of transmuting and being with what's arising. That's the primary job. Your soul doesn't want to be a success in the old paradigms and the old way of doing things, right? Maybe you get some egoic gratification out of it. But inevitably, if you were successful in those jobs, you'd be trapped in them, and then you wouldn't be able to grow. You wouldn't be ascending as fast as you are now. Yeah, it's like sometimes things are taken from us. Because it's like, it's not our truth. Stick with the tarot if it's exciting for you. Like, keep doing it every day. Like, keep showing up for it. Keep showing up for it. And then the light will keep meeting you there and meeting you there and meeting there, and you'll build like this this momentum with it. You'll build this strength and this power over time. It's like the crucial thing to move from where you were to where you're going is you just really need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you can make a living doing tarot. You need to believe that you will be supported doing heart-centered work. A lot of us, myself included, we get trapped in I can only make enough money if I do this whatever job. and we don't really fully believe in our gifts. So we're given that reflection by the universe, and the universe is saying, hey, I just need you to believe in yourself. So it's like, what do you want? Do you want a life where you're giving your gifts and you're connected to your heart and you're in your power and the universe is supporting you? Or do you want this old life where you're compromising on your integrity, where you feel out of alignment, where you feel disconnected from source, where you feel half dead inside, right? But maybe you have a few bucks in the bank. It's like you're in a transitionary phase. You're walking through the desert right now, and the desert can be dry, and we don't know when we're going to stumble into more water. But the teaching is you just got to keep walking and trusting and knowing that this is for your highest, that this is for the highest good for all. And that if God wanted you to do that old job and have $50,000 in the bank and a Corvette and a nice house, well, that's what would be happening. But God needs something greater from you. God needs you to embody your truth. God needs you to live through your heart, to shine the way, to lead the way for others, to show other people, hey, it's possible. That way this earth can start making a transition towards this new way of being and relating to everything, each other, money. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, so speaking of the desert. Yeah, and you're welcome, Infinite. Glad that was helpful. Hi, Andre. I think I got that right. I'm not the best with pronouncing names. Yeah, I don't care. Ask away. I think I asked you guys where you live. It's actually rainy here today. It's been it's been rainy like the last 4 days. The desert probably needs it. Arizona. It's Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, you don't have bipolar. You have a lot of light in your body, and the light's pulling up a lot of different energies. And sometimes it pulls up a lot of rage, and sometimes it pulls up a lot of heightened energies, and then sometimes we're deep in grief. Yeah, yep, I did want to go to the psych ward when Kundalini woke up. Pretty lucky I didn't. I mean, I would have been fine if I did. Maybe. Sure it would have been. The earth is bipolar. Yeah, you're good. You don't have to give your power to these doctors, my friend. You can, trust the divine. You're just fine. Hi from the UK. Oh, cool. I'm just in the UK. I can't say it was a fun experience for me. I learned a lot. Craig Holiday says the best lessons come from hell. I learned some mighty good lessons when I was in the UK. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Glad I pronounced your name right, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys for being here. This is fun. This is really heart opening and heart healing for me too. I enjoy this space a lot. It's cool just to be like in this intuitive space with you guys, just letting it flow. I'm seeing what will come through for you, Infinite, if more wants to come through. I read your comment. Ich bin, is that how I say it? Yeah, I'm so thankful too. Yeah, so much thanks for helping connect us to gratitude for being on this earth right now. What an amazing time to be on earth for the new year. If you go by this calendar, I know a lot of spiritual beings, I don't know, they don't like this calendar as much. Yeah. What's coming through for your Infinite is you're probably going to the psych wards when you're in your most, or the nursing homes, when you're in your most heightened states where you feel the most ungrounded. And so what's coming through for you is you might be seeing those numbers, the synchronicities, just as a sign that you're safe. It's okay. It's like Spirit's talking to you in your most needed moments. I know for me that was when I was about to check in to some facilities, like when I was at my most overwhelmed, ungrounded, I'm going crazy, I'm going mad state, right? Because there's so much energy. So it's like you're probably moving into those like areas, you know, as you're going to the nursing home. And so maybe the numbers are just coming up to tell you this is spiritual, you can trust, you're safe. And I'm being told it doesn't matter either way, whether you go or don't. It's all good. It's all going to work out for you. I went to like a rehab facility for 3 days and just slept once because I was feeling so exhausted, and that's what I needed. So yeah, it's all good. All right, this conduit is ready to sign off. It's been lovely to be here with you all. Thank you for your presence, and I will see you again soon. Sending you all so much love and so many blessings for the new year. Namaste.